The cameraman. Today is Tuesday the 13th of October 2015, and this is another video looking at claims by flat earth believers. Now we're looking straight up at the ceiling here at one of my light bulbs on the ceiling and the shade, and we're using this to demonstrate what would happen if the moon was a flat disk, as claimed by some flat earth believers. Some flat earth believers say that the moon is in fact not a sphere but is a flat disk. Well, there is a very fundamental problem with that claim, which we're going to look at in this video. That is that if the moon was just a flat disk, then it would only appear to be circular as we see the moon when it is directly above us. But when the moon is at an angle to us in the sky, such as say at a 45-degree angle, then it will become elliptical and not circular. And I can demonstrate this by tilting the camera to look at another light that is on the ceiling, and we're going to compare the shape of that light. Here it is, and just let the camera focus. There we go. So what shape is that now compared to the first one, which was perfectly circular? We see that it is now elliptical. It's like a squashed circle, and that is because of the angle that we are viewing it on. Not only that, as the moon is further away, it's also smaller. We all know that as objects are closer to us, they appear bigger, and when they're further away from us, they appear smaller. And the same will apply to the size of the disk of the moon and also the disk of the sun. Now, of course, it's easier to compare the size of the moon than the sun, because when we look at the sun, we've got a lot of glare that we're looking at. If you use a suitable filter or a proper solar filter, you can use a welding lens, number 12 or darker if you can get one. You can use that to look at the sun, and that will eliminate all the glare of the sun, and you will see the sun's disk. Now when I say a disk, I'm talking about what appears to be a disk from our view. Of course, the sun is a sphere. We can tell that the sun is a sphere because when there's a lot of sunspot activity, you can actually track the sunspots across the surface of the sun out and around the other side. We've also got satellites out in space looking at the sun from different angles, which I know that some flat earthers will deny because they say that there are no satellites in space. Never mind the fact that I've even filmed the International Space Station tracking across in front of the sun as it passed overhead. So there we are. I don't want to make this video too long, but a very simple comparison. Two light shades on the ceiling. One looks elliptical at an angle of about 45 degrees, and back to the one which is straight up, and there it is circular. So flat earth debunking 101, very simple. If the moon is a flat disk, it's going to look elliptical when it is not straight up straight up overhead. As always, do check out my Facebook discussion page, Voices of Reason to Explain X, or VORTEX. You'll find a link in the description area. Thank you for watching. Hello YouTube, this is Dazza the cameraman. Today is Tuesday the 13th of October 2015, and this is another video looking at claims by flat earth believers. Now we're looking straight up at the ceiling here at one of my light bulbs on the ceiling and the shade, and we're using this to demonstrate what would happen if the moon was a flat disk, as claimed by some flat earth believers.